with Wonder Woman. Stop.
Lakshmi's the cover, can't you see?
A goddess of prosperity, we don't get equal pay.
Can I get a namaste? She's just a damsel in distress.
A sexy cartoon in a dress.
She's tied up every week.
Nothing but male fantasy.
Written by a man.
Drawn by a man.
Touched by men.
You don't even have to tell me.
Quiet, please! I've invited a guest tonight to help us with our decision.
You girls have no idea who Wonder Woman really was. You look at her and see a sexy pinup or a militant vagina in a patriotic teddy.
We need a role model, not a swimsuit model.
The original Wonder Woman was created by women more feminist than a burning brazier on Rosie the Riveter. No, that's impossible. It says right here, created by William Marston. A man's name may be on her byline, but he had a little help behind the scenes.
Back in the days of suffragists, there lived three brave polygamists who turned this skeleton into a phenomenon. One man got credit for it all. His role was actually quite small, but tonight his colors glow. He didn't do it alone. Behind every man there's a woman. 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 Behind every man there's a woman who stands.
Jesus had Mary Magdalene.
Josephine led Napoleon.
John Smith had Pocahontas. Mary Todd kept Lincoln honest.
Behind every man there's a woman who stands. Behind every man there's a woman. Behind every man there's a woman who stands. Behind every man there's a woman who stands. Behind every man there's a woman who stands. Behind every man there's a woman.
I am Betty Elizabeth Holloway. Sadie's what they call me. I was born on the tiny Isle of Man. I'm 5 feet of spit and fire, no lady of the choir. I can bring a man to mercy with my bare hands. I'm a woman on a mission not to get stuck in a kitchen and be part of some home interior. I've been raised by belief that a man makes one complete and that women are somehow inferior. I wonder, why should women's liberation take backseat to procreation? Why should women stay at home so they can breathe? I wonder, how can suffragist agenda convince the other gender that it's time for all my sisters to be freed? I'm determined that we must resist this jungle of misogynists that have no respect for women. How can I make some noise, leave a mark, find a voice in these days where no one will listen? I wonder.
Well, hello there, princess. Why the long face?
My letter from Harvard was supposed to arrive yesterday.
Is that why you've been moping about here like a sour Sally? Why not apply to one of those nice secretarial schools like Holyoke or Radcliffe?
A Harvard degree would give me a platform. When someone from Harvard speaks, people listen, even a woman.
Kiddo, you sound like one of those womanists or suffragists or whatever they're called. Good girls don't fuss about trying to change the world. Don't be a sullen Susan. Be a smiling Sadie. Be a good girl. Good girls don't bother with Harvard. That's not what God planned. A man needs wife. And good girls, they understand. Don't be so dramatic. Don't try to compete. And kitten, if you're feeling repressed, good heavens, don't let your feelings show. Sadie, good girls, don't.
I know all about good girls, Daddy. Let me enlighten you. Good girls have no thoughts. They're robots. You think that they're great. They submit. They love it. They marry young and procreate.
You could be anything in this life. A kindergarten teacher.
An attorney.
Or a wife who can stay at home. Sadie, good girls are stenographers. Now that's practically like an attorney. I'll bet they even have some at Harvard. Problem solved. Good girls know how to use what God gave them. They'll catch your eye at the office. Good girls would never wear sweaters that hide their waist. The tighter the fit, the better. The real good girls are figurines.
If my boss talks like that or gives me a little pat, I'll tell him where he can go. Stick his dick.
His what?
The
No, 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 no. Don't be a vulgar, Mickey. Nobody likes a girl with a potty mouth.
Daddy, you're so 1910. It's 1911 now. Good girls don't settle. They meddle. They're totally tough. They dare you. They scare you. They're fighters who like playing rough. If you have been waiting, it's not that
Waiting.
it's time.
You can't just break the rules.
You say good girls don't.
That's right.
Well, sometimes they
Find a man to pay the rent.
run for president.
They do.
I am William Marston of the Marstons north of Boston. My mother's father fought the Civil War. My great-great-great-grandfather's father signed the friggin' Magna Carta. I need something to be remembered for. Marston men are so historic. Will my efforts feel sophomoric? I'm not one for conflict or violence. I prefer to find my glory in a laboratory. Be a man of logic and science. I wonder, will I ever achieve fame? Carry on the Marston name, add my page to the books of history. I wonder, will I ever be respected if I'm not what they expected? Will I still belong upon their family tree? Will my lineage be pissed if I'm just a research scientist whose world is facts, charts, and numbers? I wonder. Sadie, my letter from Harvard, it would appear I've gotten in.
Oh, well, your family's endowments have served you well.
You know I never use family position to gain acceptance. I had my father do it. This is my chance to carry on the Marston lineage and prove my worth.
If I don't get in, I'll end up chained to a sink, wearing an apron, watching my potential wash down the drain.
You're top of the class, head of the Future Suffragist League, voted most likely to, well, vote someday. I just saw the postman at your gate. Sadie Holloway from Office of Admissions, Harvard U. just a little nerdy, you can change the world that you live in. How can we change this world that we live in? We wonder.
Regret to inform we do not accept applications from female candidates. Looks like the one question I answered wrong in their application was gender, and they didn't even look at my transcripts. I'll show them. I won't
Don't
be
be a victim of ignorance and censorship, ladies. Read pamphlets. Educate yourself about your bodies.
Miss Singer, are you Margaret Singer who can help stop the babies?
My dear, you must read this pamphlet.
I don't read.
Well, please come by our center in the morning.
Sorry I'm late, and Margaret. The nuns are teaching a special class on reproduction called Naughty Habits.
Quite as knowledgeable nuns makes no sense. Do you know how much experience they have with sex? None. Now help me hand these out.
Vagina? Masturbation? Why can't I just have a normal family? Aunt Margaret, I can't hand these out.
Why not?
That's completely embarrassing. None of that stuff was in the book the nuns gave us at school.
What book was that?
Let's say hi to hygiene.
Well, that's because a man wrote it. Many important things were left out. Women things. For example, when a young girl develops, she starts attracting fellas, most of whom think with their lower brain. Private parts are blooming, lust can be consuming, but pleasures of the flesh can cause you pain. Careful when you let a man in. Who knows where that penis has? Men have been sullied. Women are at risk. Van Gogh and Napoleon gave half a Paris.
Syphilis!
Sexually active, make him wear a prophylactic.
It's what every girl should know.
In addition to transmitted diseases, you should learn about reproduction. Humans are spreading across the planet like flowers spread across the field. The same reproductive principles in Mother Nature's garden apply to your own lower garden. Stamens and pistils, they fertilize seeds like boys and their pistols. They're looking to breed.
It's basic as the birds and bees, folks. Shouldn't be a mystery. Nope, it's what every girl should know.
Good gentlemen of the council, I present to you excerpts from a pamphlet distributed by one Margaret Sanger. Those of you wishing not to tarnish your standing with the Lord, I suggest you shield your ears, for the contents are rude, vulgar, and pornographic. I can confirm this as I was up all night long studying the contents. And I quote, "A word about masturbation, that splendid moment of elation. We all share that fear of being caught. When a sperm leaves a boy's scrotum, it is swimming for an ovum.
but usually it ends up in a sock. It's scientifically factual. Playing with yourself is natural. Don't try to repress it. I promise you'll lose. Our greatest desire is to reproduce.
It's your body, please explore it. Find a pillow and go for it.
Blasphemy! I'll have a warrant for your arrest, Sanger.
Hand out more pamphlets. Liberate the wombs of your generation. So if she should ask you, use proper terms. Vagina and vulva.
Vagina and vulva.
Scrotum and sperm. If this isn't profanity, friends, it's only anatomy, and it's what
Every girl should know.
it's what every girl should know.
Could we move to the left? This wire is pushing on my... What is that?
It's a formaldehyde pig fetus. Don't worry, its eyes are closed. Actually, we removed its eyes last semester.
Doesn't your roommate ever leave the room?
Well, I have 24-hour lab access. We can come here anytime.
Another time then. I love you dearly, but I don't want to miss the last bus back to Mount Holyoke. Can you grab my book, please?
Don't forget, you promised you'd help me with my lab. Who's Margaret Sanger?
All the girls are reading her. She believes women should have complete control over their bodies.
She calls women reproductive slaves. Are you even listening?
But you, oh Dyka, you burned me. You came and I was mad for you. Love shook our breasts.
Just something one of the girls gave me. It's a poet named Sappho.
It's somewhat randy, I like it. Let's read some more.
Slow down, heroes.
What? I don't care if it's girl-girl, or boy-girl, or boy-girl-girl, whatever.
It's not girl-girl. It doesn't say anywhere.
Okay, look, human sexuality, it's like foliage.
Foliage?
Foliage, a wide expression of colors. It's the diversity of colors that makes foliage beautiful. You look flushed. Are you all right?
Yeah, it's just it's freezing in here. Are you cold? I'm cold. So, let's look at this lab issue you're having. You're the one that needs the big discovery right now.
Right. It's this thing right here, the sphygmomanometer. It's from Russia, so let's put Stalin and have a look. I wanted to measure emotions, but it doesn't work. It's like these instructions are in
Russian.
I use these questions as triggers, but nothing happens. The needle won't flinch.
What year was Woodrow Wilson elected president? How many stars are on the American flag? So the emotion you're trying to trigger is patriotism?
Right. And this Russian thing is interfering with our results.
You can't just laugh when you don't have to. When you feel an emotion, like patriotism, where do you feel it?
At a parade.
Okay. Yankee Doodle, but this doesn't measure emotions, right? Only blood pressure. So you need questions of substance that change their heart rate?
Like something that gets them excited?
Or uncomfortable. Something they don't want to answer truthfully. Like a secret they're trying to... That's it. You need to get them to tell a lie.
A lie.
Yes, telling a lie makes your heart rate jump, and the machine should catch that.
Of course. Here, Sadie, let's try.
Oh, no. This is your experiment. Truth be told, there's nothing to it.
The needle is scribbling. Sadie, it's working.
Truth be told, it's all blood pressure. Watch real close, easy to rise. When that needle starts to quiver, then you'll know they told a lie.
You've done it, Sadie. The idea I've waited for.
Don't look so surprised.
These senses keep slipping. The needle keeps skipping.
If they squirm in their seat, tie their hands and their feet.
At the wrists and the ankles like Emmeline Pankhurst.
Medal of domination.
A class demonstration.
Today, Mr. Marston will demonstrate his groundbreaking application of the sweet manometer. Do you have a name for this test?
I call it the lie detector. Welcome to this demonstration. Hello, miss. Please have a seat. Truth be told, my heart starts racing when I grab your hands and feet.
Should this be allowed?
Now, you might feel aroused, but arousal's an emotion too.
You're crossing a line.
But it's so satisfying. Compliance is very...
Are straps necessary?
When you ask and you get it,
Do I get extra credit?
submission can feel good.
If you let it.
What does this have to do with lying again?
Everyone has a secret they can't tell anyone else.
Truth be told, you've hit Daddy.
Sadie is the one that came up with it.
You'll be famous. There is no doubt.
She's a Holyoke. She should be given positive.
Forces you've been beating them.
Well, I guess you could say that we're a team.
Truth be told, our word is wrong.
Truth be told, it's all blood
It's all blood
pressure. Watch real close, if it should
Watch real close, if it should rise.
When that needle starts to quiver,
Then you'll know.
they told a lie. We both know I came up with it. They'll all say it was you.
Truth be told, it doesn't matter. When I win, you win too.
Truth be told, you felt a tingle. Not quite where you thought you would. When the subject was submissive. Truth be told,
It felt good.
yeah, truth be told.
It felt so good.
Pumpkin, I always knew Bill was a catch. With this new lie detector test that he's invented, you won't have to work. You can stay home and...
Don't forget I graduated too, Dad. I'm not going to just sit around for 2 years while I was in the Army. I have an opportunity.
Start your family, exactly.
I've been offered a position as a paralegal at the Library of Congress.
A librarian, huh?
Paralegal. Look, I have goals and bills.
Ginger snap, I hear that rebellious tone again, and I...
Mind if I cut in?
Billy, I'd like a word with you.
What
Now,
was that
when
about?
a man takes a wife...
He thought he was about to get grandkids, which he will.
Eventually, after my 2 years in the service and you get your career started, there's no reason to find a way to have both.
Not a lot of women hear that on their wedding day. You're a rare find, Bill Marston. When a woman weds, it's like her life has ended. She settles down and gets domesticated. A family is bred, her future is amended. The dreams she had for her life are castrated.
We're gonna make a deal.
An arrangement to unite.
We're gonna tie the knot, just not too tight. Our kind of love, both of us taking the lead. Our kind of love, both getting just what we need. Open and free and sacred and pure, just you and me with room to explore. Our kind of love is my kind of love. When it comes to love, I'm not like other fellas. I don't believe a woman's role is tacit. Love shouldn't be possessive or paranoid or jealous. That kind of marriage always ends up flaccid. The bondage of these rings is gonna set us free. Together we'll become a better you and me. Our kind of love, nobody would understand. Our kind of love, a modern day woman and man. Nothing can touch.
This love we design,
I've got your back.
and that's hard to find.
Our kind of love is my kind of love.
The library closes in 10 minutes. You're new around here.
I'm the new base psychologist from Harvard, William Marston.
Marjorie Huntley, base librarian. You've been here late, every night, for the past week. What's so captivating?
Oh, I'm just doing a little research. If you'll excuse me.
Oh, Madame Bovary, Fanny Hill, and is this Venus and Furs? You've got quite the libertine collection.
My current research concerns gender relations and
Female dominance. Your wife must be an interesting woman.
She is. I mean, no. I mean, yes, she is, but this is official Army research.
It's not what people take home that interests me. It's what they take to a dark, dark corner and flick through when they think no one is watching.
I really don't know what that has to do
You
with
see, the women in these
Fanny.
books are masters of dominance. They know how to get a man to submit.
You mean comply?
I said submit.
I wasn't quite done. I just have a few more chapters to get through, and then I'm sure I'll be...
Studies show that women are far more skilled than men at obtaining submission.
And how exactly does a woman get a man to submit to her?
Women have maternal instincts, feminine wiles, and more.
Love organs?
Why, yes. Women are designed for obtaining submission. They are what you call love leaders. And men are defenseless against them.
Our society views domination as the man's role.
You think domination is a man's role?
Well, according to history, men have traditionally been the ones to
So,
be...
a woman who dominates is acting like a man?
like a man. You could say that.
Well, Harper, I think I can help you with your research. Tell me what you like, Professor. I'll be your father confessor. No pressure, let's mess
That's fine.
A safe word for the night.
Oh, why don't you...
No, I'll make the demands.
Love you like a man.
Let yourself go. Give me control. Hog tie your legs. Most other men seem to like it.
I see what you mean. Could you hand me my pencil? No. That's okay. Perhaps I could dictate a few notes to you. I've always been more the research type. I've never really participated.
No more talk. Men are brute. Only women can induce with a pair of leather knee-high boots. Give me complete compliance.
Fine with me, it's all for science. The straps are on, now what's the plan?
Love you like a man.
Love you like a man.
Ruled inadmissible in a court of law.
Uh-oh, Professor. The judge doesn't like your invention.
The binding of female students to obtain research data is ruled and improper.
Naughty, Professor.
He must sever all ties with the university.
You've been fired.
Due to lascivious activities, he is released from further services in the United States Army.
Uh-oh, Professor. Looks like you've been discharged. Fall is my favorite season. The stiff limbs of the trees depositing billions of life seeds into the open womb of Mother Earth. Well, those are darling. Where did you find them?
Last week in Provincetown, wandering around, I saw a door with a red light, so I went in to ask directions. There was a little gift shop called Slave Emporium.
Yes, in the basement of the Take Your Licks ice cream parlor.
That's the place.
Lovely, like silver manacles.
It reminds me of you, your message.
Reproductive slavery.
Exactly.
Well, make sure you take that message with you to university.
I'm a bit nervous about Tufts, actually.
Don't let fear stop you. If you're ever scared of something, do it afraid. Let those bracelets empower you. I'm delighted you've chosen a school nearby.
That was a no-brainer. I'd like to be close to P-Town, this great place where love is free town, where there's no part of your life you need to hide. There's no judgment, there's a gayness, there's a feeling of okayness. You can be exactly who you are inside. And all those nuns were so repressive, 'cause their wounds were never blessed with love. They're greener than shamrocks. I need someplace I can settle in. New York is far too Hamilton, but there's somewhere a bit more John Hancock. In Boston, where it's liberal and free, I can be exactly me, a rebellious, revolutionary girl. In Boston, where they eat their fish with tartar, where they throw tea in the harbor, where they fired the first shots heard around the world. LA is far too collagen, so I have picked a college in the town where college is blossom. In Boston, I'll study
Psychology at Tufts University. It's an assistant professorship that starts in the fall. Perfect timing given my decision to leave the Army.
Your decision.
A mutual decision, yes.
Made by them.
That I signed off on.
You signed a dishonorable discharge, Beetle Bailey. Your little hoo-ha with ritzy wits cost me my job. I don't demand monogamy, but I insist on discretion.
Sadie, I need this position.
Fortunately for you, BU Law has accepted women, and I've gotten in. So let's go. There's nothing for me here in DC.
journey. Sadie, please don't leave me abandoned.
You're a pilgrim, that's outlandish. Well, okay then, Miles Standish. There's a big granite rock you can land on.
In Boston, where the cobblestone is narrow.
Maybe I'll meet Clarence Darrow in the fall while attempting to
Congratulations, Sadie. In Boston, there's an opening I'll take, though it's really nothing great.
Let's be thankful that someone gave you a job.
It's a few steps down the ladder.
Bill, it's work, that's all that matters.
We won't see these cherry trees blossom. 'Cause we're finished here in D.C. I'll be better, please believe me. This scandal will soon be forgotten. In Boston.
There's foliage galore.
Where Sam Adams fought the war.
Where they pedal round in modes shaped like fun. No one's to stop.
In Boston.
Men on Beacon Hill are gonna tax you till they kill you.
Where the winters are just way too friggin' long. Where they don't pronounce their eyes.
Where the first thing you find.
If you drive, you're bound to get lost in.
Where the revolution starts.
Where the Mayflower was parked, where the winters are cold, never start over. In Boston.
May we? Professor Marston? From the lie detector?
That's correct. And you are?
Olive.
I've always loved the name Olive. It reminds me of the Mediterranean. Ancient Greek kings and athletes used to crush olives and cover each other's bodies with olive. Oil. Olive oil, that is.
My wife Elizabeth, she was a Greek studies minor at Holyoke.
Now I study law at BU. You could call me Sadie.
Sadie, huh?
All professors, please report to the East Lawn for a group photograph.
If you'll excuse me.
So, how did you come to choose Tufts? Are you from New England?
Oh, I just love foliage.
Excuse me?
I'll bet you saw a lot of it at Holyoke. It's all over the brochures. Any kids?
Oh, no, I'm holding off starting a family so I can pursue my career.
How progressive of you.
An attempt to avoid becoming trapped in what some refer to as reproductive slavery. Exactly.
Sounds like my aunt.
Well, it sounds like your aunt's been reading Margaret Sanger.
My aunt is Margaret Sanger.
Really? Oh, I can't tell you what a fan I am of your aunt's writings. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was having lunch with royalty.
But likewise, I mean, your husband invented the lie detector. That must have taken him years of research.
Oh, then just one night in his lab, well, eureka.
Class next semester.
Well, I'm sure he'll love having you in there. Tell me, what's Margaret Sanger like?
She's a warrior.
Like an Amazon.
Amazon?
Sorry, more Greek mythology. The Amazons were a race of ancient warriors that lived together on an island.
An island of all women? Sounds like paradise.
Secret sister societies, worshippers of the goddess Aphrodite. They believed a woman could only learn the true ways of love from another woman.
Well, you have quite the interest.
Oh, I dabble. Your aunt's writings actually remind me quite a bit of Sappho's poems.
Sorry, I'm not familiar with Sappho.
Let me tell you of a poet from 600 BCE, from the Greek island of Lesbos in the North Aegean Sea, from the land of goddesses, came the first female eroticist. Her name was Sappho. She was a star from it all, I pour myself a drink, turn down the lights, find a secret spot, flip open the cover, and let my fingers find their way to a poem. I don't know how poetry works. All I know is that when I'm reading her, it's like I'm really home. Her name was Sappho. Shall I go on?
The first lesbian,
Greek as the Parthenon. Sappho, you told it true. You made history, brought them to their knees.
just like little boys in Socrates. Now the modern day woman needs you.
Oh, that's wonderful, Marjorie. My labs are all over and roll. Come again? Sure. That's Tufts University. It's just north of the Sacred. Absolutely! I am certain the test could prove that theory. Okay, goodbye.
Who is that?
Universal Pictures. I'm going to use the lie detector to prove that brunettes want love more than blondes. What's so funny? You'll be in Philadelphia for a month. I need something to work on.
Olive, why don't you grow on a wig and earn some extra credit?
A month? I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah, maybe longer. I can't believe I'm assisting on a real trial.
Can I offer you ladies a drink?
Oh no, we're actually just stopping by on our way to a party at Olive's sorority. I need advice from my fashion consultant on which shoes make me look most lawyerly.
The case does involve a love triangle, so...
And footwear shouldn't be overlooked.
Quick, straps or buckles?
Straps! No buckles! Straps!
Buckles.
Buckles it is. Hello? Oh yes, hi. I'm just finishing packing now. Oh, of course. Oh, there's a blizzard coming. The whole team has to get on the last train tonight so we don't get snowed in. James is driving over to pick me up now. Bill, grab my bag.
Of course.
I'm sorry about the party, Olive.
Can't you just take the first train out tomorrow?
No, this is a major opportunity, and I can't risk missing it for me. Olive, that's not. Wait, what are you?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were.
No, it's just my law career is going so well right now, and I can't risk jeopardizing that.
Have a safe trip as well. I mean, why not?
I'm not going anywhere. Just. Goodbye.
She seemed nervous.
First timers. First time working on a trial.
Well, if there's a blizzard coming, I'm happy to give you a ride home to the sorority.
I wouldn't want to spoil any of your big plans for tonight, Professor.
After I drop you off, I'll come home, have a few drinks, crawl into bed, and review some research notes on domination and submission.
If you want to observe submission in action, the sorority is having a ceremony tonight.
How serendipitous! Did you know that when I was in the army, I was asked to research compliance and submission?
Really?
Well, I felt it was my patriotic duty, so I...
Apply.
Well, in a word, yes. You see, Olive, with compliance, there's no pleasure. You need voluntary submission.
So that would require a volunteer. Tonight when you end your day, and you have those leather straps away, is your head still filled with domination? With me to a celebration. Watch those freshmen pledges cry.
Do you think Sadie would really appreciate aroused my curiosity. Perhaps you could share some of the methods used?
Certainly. Tie their hands behind their back.
I see.
Punish them when they are bad. Watch them begging for permission. They get spanked if they don't listen.
You and I could be a team. Research on our own, I mean. You know, I'm a real good dominator. Okay.
Come along to the baby party.
I've got to say, this is my kind of thing.
You belong to the baby party.
Tinky.
It's fun.
Fun.
Tell me that you come to the baby party.
Well, perhaps I could pop by. Maybe we could go together.
Ladies, we have a guest tonight, an expert in the field of dominance and submission. Captivation brings such pleasure to society.
That one who's dominating, what does she find titillating?
Put your notebook down, Professor. Hands-on learning is so much better.
Come along to the baby party.
When they willingly submit, you really can't go wrong.
You belong to the baby party.
It's kinky.
It's fun, and everybody comes to the big party.
Professor Marston!
Knives go in the top drawer, where I can access them quickly.
I'm just suggesting you talk to her. It's been 4 months. This is childish.
Says the man who got spanked and lost his job. Strike two.
You two were so close.
You're lucky the law firm didn't catch wind of this, and the cherry orchard is far enough from the city, so no one needs to know about it or us.
She asks about you.
Like, when's the next time I'll be out of town? She's your research assistant. I don't think it's me she's interested in.
She has several interests. She's a free spirit. She also had some good news she wanted to share. She's expecting.
Who's the lucky man?
What?
These things just happen sometimes.
Oh,
I was gonna tell
they
you.
don't. Women don't just slip and fall onto a man's penis.
That's it, I am done.
Sadie, wait. She's coming by. She wants to talk.
Don't! Of all the students, of all the research assistants, it had to be her.
It was an accident.
Sure, an accident. How could she know about protection? It's not like she was raised by Margaret Sanger or anything. Well, you know what? Free love isn't free. There's a cost. I am Sadie Elizabeth Holloway. Is this my time to walk away? Somehow he keeps getting in my way. I still love him, I still need him. A strong woman would leave him. But I wonder if the stronger one would stay. Should I flip the situation and manage my frustration? Should I pause and unclench my fist? Has he just presented me an opportunity? Is there something about her I missed? We have to control this. I can't afford to derail my career again because of scandal. She needs to
Right,
move
she
in
needs
with
to move
us.
to New York. What?
We'll put her in the spare bedroom. It'll be no free ride for her. She will raise her child here, as well as ours.
What do you mean ours?
I found out last week. I wasn't going to say anything because I'm on track for a partnership, and I didn't know what my decision was going to be.
Sadie, that's wonderful and brilliant. I'm really gonna like Cherry Orchard.
No one, and I mean no one, can know who she is or why she is here.
Mom's the word. Mum's the word. That must be Olive. She said she might catch the last train. She had lots of papers and things.
Surprise!
Marjorie!
Marjorie? Well, knock me down with a feather tickler, Bill.
I had no idea she was coming. Not now. Sadie. This is Marjorie. Marjorie, Sadie.
Did anyone see you arrive?
Are you kidding? Way out here in Cherry Tortured Lane.
To what do we owe this pleasure?
Oh, well, Bill said he needed some experienced help running his lab.
Wait,
so I
you
thought that
invited her?
Well, not exactly.
It
You see,
wasn't
we had.
all Bill's idea, Sadie. You see, my career with the military was beginning to get too, how do you say, restrictive. You know how I hate being tied down.
How fortunate for us. We were expecting our new tenant.
A former student of mine. I have a feeling you two will get along like gangbusters.
Hey, Professor Freud, it looks like you'll have plenty of help with your research. You all can just leave me out of it from this point on.
Are you sure, Sadie? I read all about Bill's work at Tufts with the sphinctomotor thingy. Sounds fun.
Actually, I've decided to end my association with the university.
Your decision.
A mutual decision
Made by them.
that I signed off on. I'll be working from our new home laboratory. We've got ankle straps, wrist straps, wall and floor mounts, and of course, the sphygmomanometer.
Ooh, I'll take that room.
Oh, I'll get it. Olive!
Sadie,
I'm Marjorie. Well, aren't you the teacher's pet?
you have no idea. Pardon me?
The gang's all here.
I'll take your bag. I got it. Why so guarded? Look, you don't want this. But I do.
Let's get this party started.
Hey! Baby, free and sacred and pure. Just you and me with one or two more. Our kind of love is our kind of love.
Look, Sadie, I wanted to come by, but you didn't. Let's not argue here. You're mad.
Why would I be mad? How far along are you, dear?
Well, somebody's been busy.
You know my work is never done.
Sadie, you're like my sister.
Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
Hey! Our kind of love may not turn out like we planned. Our kind of love, this could get way out of hand. How can we get these pieces to fit? Who'll dominate and who will submit? Our kind of love is our kind of love.
Don't worry about them, Sadie. Men may have discovered fire, but women know how to play with it.
Hey! Our kind of love is our kind of love.
We'll be reaching out to her through her director, Chris. That's not how this thing's working.
So welcome back, my friends, to 1939.
Keep it down, I'm right.
His books don't make a dime.
got you with my bill.
And I had you as well.
That's four kids running round who are confused as hell. Sit back, upstate where no one sees.
I raised the kids.
I paid the bill.
That works for me.
Four kids, two moms, one mistress up above. The bedrooms join with secret doors and bondage, we're just foreplay. It's time to show just how these pieces fit. Turn the circus all into a comic strip. The air is tense, you cut it with a knife.
You're not my boss. Honey, you're not the second wife.
Welcome to Cherry Orchard, our hideaway in high New York. Visit us to pop a cork and welcome you to Cherry Orchard. A superhero can be made of invention, deception, and love.
To my brothers, sirs, and misters, I had a revelation. My own research has helped me see the light. Our mothers, wives, and sisters can offer us salvation. You think men rule the world, but that's not right.
Period.
The patriarchy's coming back. Women can set us free. So look inside and decide which you'd rather be. Unhappy master or happy slave. That's the title of my latest publication. Have control or feel elation. Unhappy master or happy slave.
2 slices in each. 4 years of college didn't adequately prepare me for sandwich making.
I remember your college studies. You studied dominance with my husband. How's that working out for you?
Unhappy master.
Unhappy master.
Happy slave.
Happy slave.
Women can bring peace to our society. Man should know his role can either be unhappy master or happy slave.
Look, I'm feeding 4 kids, 2 of which are yours.
You're feeding them. Who paid for that baloney?
I pay my dues in this family.
Oh, my dear, you're not paying your dues. You're paying the price. You made your bed, and now
Now
you
you
have
have
to sleep in it.
Swear
I
to
work
God,
all day,
how
so
dare
there
you
you
live under this roof?
Time.
Let yourself go.
Round his thighs.
You'll love it.
We know how to get him to comply.
Experiment with gender bending. Give women power.
That's
Your life will
We know how to get him to
flower.
submit, and we might have a happy ending.
Happy master.
Happy master.
To
Happy
brave.
slave.
That's how most men live, and that's pathetic.
Pathetic.
Submission feels good if you let it. You could be a very happy slave.
Slave.
Like me.
Slave.
Good news. My Aunt Warren has been recalled. She's moving back to the States, and her first stop is here.
Here to the house? Oh, what will she think of me? My husband living with 3 women.
You don't have to explain anything to Margaret Sanger.
The deal was no one was to find out about this arrangement. I've got my eye on you, girl. I've got my eye on you. There's no doubt about it. This house feels too crowded. Look what we got into. Don't forget who pays the bills here. You're not wife number 2. You think that you know me, keep making baloney. I've got my eye on you.
You're not the only one.
I've got
My eye on you, girl.
I've got
my eye on you.
someone to blame. I got my eye on you. 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 I got my eye.
Quiet down! I am trying to work.
I'll be watching. I'm taking the late train, so don't wait for me for dinner.
I'll make your kids their luncheons. Don't forget I get hungry too. We need some detente. We both know what we want. I've got my eye on. What do you want from me? This world we live in, so open and free, has left me invisible. What have I said or done? Barely a shadow, barely someone I've become. Invisible. I thought I was stronger. Maybe I was wrong. What's been going on your side of the wall? Take a look and maybe you'd see that I've changed from that rebel girl who'd save the world to barely hear at all. If I could hold you near, I wouldn't fall apart, I wouldn't disappear. Look my way, so I won't stay invisible. I thought I was stronger. Have I read you wrong? What's been going on your side of the wall? Take a look and maybe you'll see that I've changed from that rebel girl who saved the world to barely hear at all. If I could hold you near, I wouldn't fall apart, I wouldn't disappear. Look my way, so I won't stay invisible. I refuse to stay invisible.
I'll get it. Miss Sanger? Oh, we didn't expect you until... Please come in. I'm such the fan. I've read all of your books.
Hey, Margaret,
You came early.
oh, I caught an early pan from London. Well, this must be Sadie.
Yes, you know me?
Oh, I've heard much about you.
You have. I'm sure I can only imagine what you must think of me or this or us, and I can assure you this living
Slow down.
situation.
What I must think of you? Well, I think you two are the cleverest and bravest women I know.
Brave. We hide ourselves away up here where no one can see us.
Sometimes in order to get the job done, a girl must fly off radar. What is it you feel you must hide from the world?
Oh, has anyone seen my Spartacus riding crop?
This is she's our jockey.
It's okay. I can do equestrian.
I know a stable woman when I see one.
And Margaret, this is Marjorie.
I know how this must look, but there's an explanation.
I understand having secrets, but sometimes the secret kept too long can begin to mask who you truly are.
I'm not a fan of masks.
Well, neither am I.
I don't think the rest of the world is that accepting.
Well, we must start by accepting ourselves.
I like this one.
Shame and curiosity will always be with us. They're part of what makes us human. You see, girls, when the genitalia of Adam and Eve are displayed on the ceiling of a chapel, though the snake was to blame, mankind bears the shame that came with that bite of the apple. Ever since it's been rude to speak of them, still we look up from our pews and sneak a peek at them. Back in the Garden of Eden, clothes we didn't need them, it seemed like a pretty good start. But just one bite of fruit, now we're in skirts and suits.
Everybody's got private parts.
Yeah! Body has been labeled naughty, but we both know they're not. They're just like noses and feet, be they grand or petite.
Everybody's got private parts.
You can wash and perfume them,
usher in the return of the matriarchy. It'll be historic.
His story sees the world with one eye closed. We need more books that tell her story.
Motherhood and bondage.
Ooh, can I read that when you're done?
Period.
I've got plenty. The younger generation doesn't read books anymore, but they prefer comics.
Comics?
Filled with violent, fascist superhero men in capes and unitards. Horrible role models.
Role models.
Unitard.
I must get back to work. No young ladies have just been impregnated or discovered herpes sores on their vulvas.
Goodbye, Aunt Margaret. Sadie, she's leaving. Sadie?
Oh, goodbye, Miss Sanger.
You know, Sadie, after delivering thousands of babies, I've learned that the greatest thing a woman will ever give birth to is herself.
What passion.
I used to have her passion.
Me too. Now look at us.
So many women, unaware of the power they possess.
They just need a reminder.
Well, too bad not everyone can have a role model like Margaret Sanger visit their home.
Or can they?
What do you mean, Sadie?
Have a strong role model visit their home.
A comic?
Maybe Bill's next book about the matriarchy. Maybe it isn't a book at all. I mean, maybe it should be a comic.
Bill's books aren't strong.
And they don't visit a lot of homes.
Hey now!
We could create our own superhero, one that spreads the message of love. Sadie, have you ever read a comic? That's not what superheroes do.
Yeah, they use brute strength to force submission.
Not powers of love. Not yet.
Now, if Superman had the power of maternal love,
He'd be a woman.
A superhero woman.
Exactly. She could educate, empower.
Express forbidden fantasy.
The problem is the comic industry. It's just another boys' club.
right, getting in there is like trying to get into,
Harvard.
yes. Now, just had a man with Harvard credentials, who's written some books, who's credible, who believes women should run the world, then you'd have access. An advert for matriarchy.
Packaged in the greatest weapon known to man.
A woman
A lovely.
you want to submit to.
A warrior who also educates and gives a voice to women everywhere.
Strong and
With the goddess love of Aphrodite. I've got it. Make her an Amazon. Eloquent and strong, every mother's gonna love her. Could you draw me one? She'll fight for liberty, without weaponry.
And of course she'll have her own secret identity.
Wrap her in a flag and we can't go wrong.
We'll put her in a jet, give her a silhouette.
They'll make Robin say to back and holy suffragettes.
to her hips, put her in a comic strip. Every little boy will flip until the pages.
Not just a Barbie girl from Krypton, make her an Amazon.
Whoa!
When they steal the loot,
She'll be a role model.
While she's turning them on.
Make her an Amazon.
just when they thought the days of matriarchal living were gone.
Make her an Amazon.
She's propaganda. The kids will love her. We're calling her Suprema, the woman of wonder.
I don't like the name. Too close to Superman. Besides, woman superheroes never sell on the stands.
Now, just hear me out, Mr. Gaines. I've no doubt, you see, I'm Harvard Ivy League. I study deep into human emotional needs. I know child psychology, and that I'm right.
What's your point?
Why do Superman and Batman wear tights? The kids are scared of bats. It's a well-known fact. It's my man.
Kids seem to like Batman.
Superman can't give them maternal love. He's an alien.
We do pretty okay with him, too.
Kids want someone they can love. Men secretly want to be tied up.
Wait, what?
The little girls need someone to look up to. I've got just the thing for you. She'll use love and truth.
You need a twist.
Her agenda will be
Liberty!
feminist. Trust me. They're gonna buy 'em up when we tie her up. Then they'll watch her escape.
You say we'll tie her up?
She's gonna be as big as Superman or Flash.
You say we'll tie her up?
That's right, you'll be rolling in cash.
Cash!
Cash.
Huh.
If you wanna start a comic book phenomenon.
I do.
If you wanna start a comic book phenomenon.
I wanna start a comic book phenomenon. We're gonna start a comic book phenomenon. We'll make an Amazon. I still don't like the name. Let's lose the Suprema. Just go with Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Done.
We'll make an Amazon.
Tasty licks. Take your licks. How did you ever end up being raised by your aunt?
My father left when I was born. My mother was only a teenager when she had me. And Margaret vowed to take care of me.
I'm so sorry, I had no idea.
I suppose I grew up always wanting a family. And I guess I finally got one. How did you ever end up married to Bill?
Despite the obvious peccadillos, we make a good team. There's nothing we wouldn't do for each other. We each had something the other lacked, something the other wanted. I wanted a family, and you need a man to have a family.
You need a man to have a child. You need love to have a family. About what happened, I guess I kind of derailed us for a while.
You? Oh, I don't think you're the one having to apologize.
No, I do. I want to. It was wrong. I was young, rebellious, only thinking of myself, acting like I wanted Bill when that's not who I wanted at all.
Ooh.
Someone once told me, some things you just do afraid.
I should get some rest. Good night, Olive.
Good night, Sadie.
If she's being honest, I should be honest too. I'm no savant, but I know what I want. I've got my eye on you. Love makes you a fool, it eludes you, and then it sneaks up on you when you least expect it. It can be kind or cruel, you swear it off, and then finally you give in and accept it. The family some may call taboos is okay here. Our kind of love isn't the love that we planned. Our kind of love some people won't understand. For so long we have tried to ignore goddess attraction, but not anymore. Our kind of love is our kind of
So, he says, lose the Suprema. Let's go with Wonder Woman and hot dog.
Our own megaphone.
a goddess superhero. I can't believe we really did it.
So, any other changes? I mean, besides the name?
Oh, there was one other thing. What was it? Oh, yes. She will be bound, gagged, or otherwise depowered by a man in every issue. Let's get to work.
Excuse me?
Could you repeat that last part?
My idea, with the caveat that I have complete editorial control.
Oh, big sigh of relief. Damn it, Bill. Every time we get some momentum, you self-sabotage.
What are you talking about?
The plan was to present a strong woman.
Not sexed out and tied up. I mean, why advocate?
Did you not understand? We're supposed
No,
to be
I
empowering women, not tying.
We have to tie her up, because the more we tie her up, the more they see her break free. Bondage is just a metaphor. Every week, every issue, she will overcome the most oppressive situations you can imagine.
I can think of a few.
Well, she'll free herself every time.
She'll be viewed as unstoppable, all-powerful.
A woman who can't be bound by man.
It's brilliant. Lure them in with some bondage.
School sprinkle, isolation room.
Ooh, furry manacles.
Ooh, hog tied in a giant swinging bird
Okay.
cage. Right, so we get their attention, then bang, we hit them with a message of female power. The more powerful she appears, the more she becomes a woman you want to submit to. A loving authority. A woman. That's the subconscious message we're planting in their lunchboxes.
Marjorie's right. It's pure genius.
Well, what are we waiting for? Come on, girls. Let's show the world the joys of being bound. I'm feeling a little kinky. How about you guys?
Woo!
Yeah.
I'll take it. Bedrooms from shore to shore are opening their nice in drawers. Wigs and whips, gloves and gowns come out when the lights go down. Role play and fantasy have played a role in history, from Greek Epicureanism to modern day voyeurism. Kink, kink will set you free. Kink, let the whole world see. Teaching children proper uses of manacles and post nooses. Kink of kink. Welcome to my class. Kink is all about metaphor. Her lasso represents her beauty, her feminine wiles. And once she captures a man with it, he is powerless. And once he finally submits to her,
He's liberated.
there are lots of people seeking liberation. They just need a little instruction. Sex drives can't be managed. Guilt and shame do such damage. We'll give readers liberty to express vicariously. Oh, kink, learn obedience. Oh, kink, express deviance. Three-way sex, play, feather tickle. Everybody likes a little kink of kink.
find one with no guns, so we gave you Batman. Now, you're asking for one with no violence, so we're giving you a goddess princess.
Tie up. Just make her an action hero like the others.
The sadomasochism has to stop. And where's all this girl-on-girl stuff coming from?
This episode reads like a lesbian how-to manual.
Which episode is that?
Look, Marston has creative control. We made a deal.
That's your problem. So unless you want us to shut down Batman 2, clean it up.
Thank you for coming, Doctor.
And, you are?
His wife.
And you are?
His housekeeper.
And
Let's
you are?
get on with this.
Anything for the creator of Wonder Woman. My kids love her. I particularly like the part where she goes to the island all of women and they tie up
You
each
said
other.
this was urgent?
Of course. I'm afraid that the moles I removed from Bill's back are cancerous.
How long does he have?
I would estimate about 6 months. Oh my, you certainly are a very devoted housekeeper.
I don't know what to say. Bill can't handle this kind of news. Was there anything else, Doctor?
Yes, actually I found something rather odd during my examination. Scrapes and minor abrasions in the genital region and on the buttocks.
Thank
as
you
if from
so
flogging.
much.
One piece of advice: when giving news of this sort, being direct and honest is often the best course.
Of course, Doctor, this house was built on honesty. Okay, girls, not a word to Bill.
Right. Wait, no. No more secrets, no more lies. I'll tell them. Bill, we spoke with the doctor, and he
I
said,
heard him through the door.
Sweetheart, is there anything I can do for you?
Well, it looks like I'll need you three, my Wonder Women, to fly the jet for a while. Marjorie, would you keep proofing the storyboards and see that she always dominates using love?
I will.
And Olive, make sure she keeps educating and empowering the young women who read her.
Of course, Bill.
And Sadie, she's going to need to always be a voice, a role model, a leader for generations of women to come. Why the tears? We have just created the largest propaganda campaign for female power in history. Now let's get back to work.
It's not quite what we expected, is it?
We didn't expect this, any of it. Nevertheless, there it is. Everything from fetish to feminism for the world to see.
Maybe our history will change theirs.
She's going to liberate a lot of people.
Look at us. It was when we stopped living with secrets that we really started living with us. There are those who just repress, live their whole life something less than what they're meant to be. They keep all their light within. They don't venture out on limbs. But if they took a chance, they'd see that anyone can change the world if they want to. The greatest gift that you can give is you.
appreciate the accusation, but why is she wearing a skirt? Sadie,
They
I
told
thought
me
you
you cleared them. Marjorie, I'm sorry.
Those dirty scoundrels, they're trying to pit us against each other.
Let's not let that happen, okay? They put her in the Justice Society as a secretary.
She's begging Steve Trevor to marry her, to save her.
Look at this one. Her lasso is more like a whip, like a weapon.
And the ropes, they are all tied wrong. Any nipple stimulation will be totally ineffective.
Only 10 months since Phil died. You should have seen this coming.
She'll be fine.
They took out the feminism. Her power was
They
in
can't take away any of that. It's built in. She is a product of us, of our love, right? Look here, look closer. Look all the way down to the dots. Each dot, standing alone, appears small and insignificant, just like they want us to feel right now. But when these dots unite, when they come together, they become
unstoppable.
A superhero.
the greatest force known to man. A woman. It's not me versus you. It's you and me together versus the forces that try to divide. It's not us versus them. It's all of us together versus the forces that try to divide. When life's a bitter pill to swallow, change your heart and change will follow. They'll never win, they can't rise above the forces of love.
It's not fear versus pride. It's fear and pride together versus the forces divided by hate.
It's not straight versus gay. It's every shade of gender. Work together to educate. When life's a bitter pill to swallow, change your mind and change will follow. She can't be stopped as long as she's got the forces of love.
We have planted seeds of feminism in the minds of millions of young girls.
They'll grow into a generation of strong, independent women.
They'll become an army of soldiers.
They'll find their voice.
They'll fight for women's rights.
They'll start a peace movement.
They'll hold offices in every level of government.
They'll open women's health centers all across the country.
And they'll show that women are a force to be reckoned with.
Together, side by side, love can heal a world divided.
It's not me versus you. It's you and me together versus the forces that try to divide. It's not red versus blue. It's left to right and center against the hatred that tries to divide.
When you want a new tomorrow, change yourself, the world will follow. She will live on, 'cause nothing's as strong as the forces of love. Nothing can stop someone who's got the forces of love.
For the next 30 years, she became an action hero, controlled by the comic industry. But the seeds that were sown in the hearts of little girls brought harvest in the 1970s.
woman really is, or who I am.
I know who she is. She's you. You are truth, strength, and beauty. Aphrodite, Athena, and